Glad to have you with us from the Port City, Mobile, Alabama, and Hancock-Whitney Stadium. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Florida Gators and the South Alabama Jaguars. Reese Davis, Dayton Pollock, and Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline where she is keeping a close eye on some injury news that's unfolding.
Hey guys, catching up with the Gators head coach pregame. Coach said because they are still without their starting quarterback, this has been essential to have a bye week this week. Give their backup all of the reps with the #1 offense, something he typically doesn't do all season long. So they have really focused on more reps, more reads, so he can really hit the ground running here today early in this game. Back to you.
We'll see what kind of impact that has, Holly. Looking for a man, it's McLeod. He's going to take a shot right away. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. Long way to go on second down. Hits inside, it's Clark. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23. A pick. Four. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. 3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. And the Gators with the 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Wiggins. Got the first down. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Gators are rolling down the field. Finds his tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. The Gators want to move quickly. Snap on first down, wants to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Making the adjustment on the play. They just keep firing. It's complete on the right side. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. And the Gators go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Trying to run, it's Booth. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Florida. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
Well, you know, this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown, everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Wants to throw one first. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The Jaguars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to go up top on second down. Fires left. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
And after that incompletion, they are left with a third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Under pressure. And they fail to hook up on third down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Makes a move. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They're all over him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Right by.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Back to pass. It's for Cloud. Shoots it to the left. Slots it away.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
And the accepted, and they'll move him back. This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. They'll run the screen. He stopped short of the sticks. They tried to pick it up with the screen, but they'll be facing a 4th down. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Snapped on 4th down. Throws to the back. Trying to pick up the 1st out of the backfield. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. He'll pull it down and run. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. They start the season in the top 10. Field position to make a run, but what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and...
Caught, and he's got room. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. Fresh set of downs going up top. Right side, it's Booth. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Quick give. It's Booth. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Motion from the back. Pushes ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That drive covered 55 yards for the score. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Jaguars offense ready to start this drive. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to start fast. This offense, man, not only have you not put anything together, the defense hasn't either. This game has gotten away from them early. They need to do a better job of protecting their quarterback.
Out wide right, it's Mathis. Off and running. The 30, the 20. He's at the touchdown, Jaguars. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting. going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to...
He's got an alley. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Straight ahead, it's Martin. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Going with the counter play here. Nowhere to go.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Left side, it's Martin. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Jaguars decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 25. He's got great speed. There he goes. Open it up. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Almost everything has gone their way so far, up 21-7, and got it. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal. The Gators moving quickly to the line. Back to throw, it's McLeod. Setting up the screen. He thought he might turn that into a score, but the defense able to wrestle him down short. They'll stop him at the 3. Trying to barge in. Touchdown Gators! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. His 3rd touchdown of this game and his 3rd on the season.
And I bet this coaching staff is jacked up to get this offense firing so fast early in the season, on point. A lot of times it takes time to build the rhythm. It takes time to get it rolling. This offense starting the season off with a bang.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. At the end of quarter 1, let's check out the start for both of these quarterbacks. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Off play action on 1st down. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Here comes the Heat. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
They get him stopped, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And the Jaguars will call on their punt team. On the return. He's going to get loose. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Rolls right. Unleashes one. Right side, it's Wilson. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And the Gators peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air, and now back to the line. Just smothered on the play. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. the wide receiver. Got enough space. Touchdown, Gators. And they take it in for 6 more points. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. From inside the 10, here he comes. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Drops back on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Second down to the air. Just barely got rid of it.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Back's got it on the screen. They don't fall for the screen. Great job retracing and stopping him at the line of scrimmage. The Jaguars line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Out wide left, it's Brown. The Gators headed quickly to the line. Scanning the field, it's McLeod. He'll pull it down. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the 3rd down. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
Second down, gonna throw it. Lets it fly. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. And the Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing. Down. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. The Jaguars will punt it away on 4th down. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Corrals it at the 45. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the gun, it's Brown. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away.
Oh.
And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Running inside. It's Martin. Turning it on. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. This time they'll throw it. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Rushes on. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout. It's 2nd. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Trying to make one miss. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Unloads to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Brown. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12. The Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield, it's McLeod. Got his man. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. He is denied, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Right back to the well, and it didn't work again. It's 3rd and goal.
And this offense, you're halfway home. All you got to do is do the same exact thing, Palmer. Fall forward and be physical.
And that's why they practice these goal line situations, right?
Touchdown, Florida! Into the end zone for 6. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye that full Gator head, let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Holly, what did you find out coming out of halftime?
Guys, the South Alabama head coach told me at the half, one of the things he talked to his team about in the locker room was this defense has to get things fixed. Too many missed opportunities, too many missed assignments there. The offense has the ball right now, and they can make up some ground, but this team talking together, both offense and defense have to get on the same page to get back in this game. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Got his man down the middle. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. And the Jaguars have it with a 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Hit and drop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A 3rd down and long situation coming up, they'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. The Jaguars will punt this one away. Looking for room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the 1st down. Got 8 on 1st down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. To the air, it's McLeod. Looking for the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And this defense has to find more plays. They've given up some big plays, and they haven't played well so far. They've dug themselves a hole. They need some more of these. They need some more stops. Playing the football in the air a little bit better. Don't give up the big plays. Maybe force a few turnovers. This defense has got to get their offense a spark.
Really good job running the ball, getting that 1st down. Now here comes the tempo.
Left side is Brown.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Caught in the backfield, it's Crockett. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. And the Gators want to crank the tempo. They'll throw on 3rd and short. He finds a soft spot in the middle. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Wants to throw again. Can hold on in the face of the contact.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Into the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Touchdown, Florida! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And added on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together.
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the 3rd downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
The kick is on its way. Looks it in. Can they catch him? Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Brown. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Out of the gun, the give to the back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. The Gators racing to the line in the hurry up. Running the red zone, it's Booth. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Turns into the pile. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. And he's in. Touchdown, Gators.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Alabama appears ready to start things on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Another sack on the day. This offense has to do something different. Maybe bring in more bodies, run max protection, keep more guys in the block, only send a couple guys out to run pass patterns. You got to do.
He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20. Searching for space. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. The run inside. It's Booth. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Just feeds the running back. Breaks into the open. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Burrowing for yardage. He's got enough for the first down, and they might get some extra. It looked like a face mask to me.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Gives it. Inside the 35. At the 20, he's got space. And he'll be out of bounds just short of the goal line. And are they in business now?
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice, he can outrun the...
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Gators! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Jaguars offense ready to start this drive. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, David.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
They give it to him again. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line.
A lot of times defenses blitz to stop the run. This very play right here, blitz the linebacker, but man, the offense did a great job. Everybody understood what they saw. Running back understood. Pick up a nice positive gain when they were trying to get a blitz and maybe...
Turns on the Jets. Running inside the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, South Alabama.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know the next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
On the run from inside his own 5. He gets a block. He's on the loose. And there he goes. A dynamic return, explosive, and got loose on this kick coverage team, and they were barely able to keep him from taking it all the way. Here comes the Gators offense ready to go on the attack. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front.
Touchdown, Florida! And they take it in for 6 more points. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. 30. Dropping back, it's Hollins. Out wide left, it's Malone. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. After that big gator to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Hits inside, it's Malone.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Give to the running back. And he's brought down after a short gain.
I love when offenses are stubborn and they run the football. That's a really good thing. Those are body blows that sometimes throughout a game can lead up. But the offensive line, they got to pave a little bit better room. Like, there needs to be a little bit more room so this guy can break free and get in the open field, try to...
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Jaguars will send out the punt unit. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on. They find an answer.
Handoff again. Brought down at the 27. It's a 5-yard pickup on the play.
And this is an offense that really relies on its running game on that second down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get a first.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Sees an alley. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Right at the line. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. The Gators have this offense rolling. Sees a crease. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Boy, he's over 100 now at 102 yards rushing, and he goes over the century mark in this season opener. And the Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4 at 2nd and 14. Stopped right there.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down decision.